Howdy, 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 my darling Scorpio. How are you doing, my friend? Happy New Year, by the way, but this is a weekly tarot reading for January 2023. And if you do enjoy this tarot reading, Scorpio, let me know in the comments below how it resonates with you. That's how I keep up with you, my friend, is through the comments. So I always appreciate hearing from you. And be sure, if you do want to support me, the best way you can do that is for free, darling, all right? Just give this video a like and subscribe, all right? It's a seemingly small action, but it does help me out quite a bit. And I appreciate those who do that extra step to support me. As well, darling Scorpio, all right, I can't stress this enough. When it comes to tarot readings, just like in astrology, check out more than just your one zodiac sign, Scorpio. Check out your sun, your moon, and your rising, darling, all right, because that's how you get a better understanding when it comes to these YouTube tarot readings, all right? And so let's just get right into this here, Scorpio. I'm going to start out with the back of the deck, but I'm going to draw your first initial 3 cards here. Back of the deck energy, Scorpio, is the strength card coming in here. All right, you are a warrior first and foremost. All right, I'm going to pull a couple more to clarify this here. 4 swords here and the lovers. Ooh, yeah, so you are a warrior, Scorpio. I feel like you've been going through quite a bit of shadow work and doing a lot of healing from the damage that someone has I was about to say bestowed on you, the damage that someone has done. All right, so what is this? You know, okay, I see this moon energy here in the back of the deck as well. So this, to me, Scorpio, right off the bat, this reads off to me a sense of where, because I always say my strength card is the card of shadow work here. The 4 swords, this is a card of healing. All right, I always like to explain my tarot readings, you know, understand the thought process behind this. The lover's energy and the moon card. Whatever the case is with this, is like someone that you trusted at one point in time really hurt your heart. I feel like on some level it came out of nowhere. You didn't really expect it. And I feel like, just judging off of all these other cards here, it's like, because you have been in this recovery mode for quite some time, Scorpio, I feel like there's something that like you haven't been able to fully come into your power. All right, and what does that mean, right? Because I know that, you know, those types of new age phrases kind of sound ridiculous. What I mean by this is this sense of where it's like, I don't feel like you might be confident, Scorpio, but I feel like you don't really act on the confidence that you used to do because of like what this person did. All right, and now this could be in relation to social relationships. You might have some trust issues because of like how this energy came out of nowhere, right? Whatever happened in this situation, that's not my business to unpack because it already happened to you, right? We don't need to talk about the past for too much longer, right? But wherever the case is, Scorpio, like you really struggled to open up to the unknown anymore. I feel as if for you, where it's like, well, you might have confidence in yourself, you're afraid of like kind of like the situation happening again. And I feel like, again, it goes beyond just like social relationships. I feel like this has started to reflect in other aspects of your life where, you know, you've been playing small. You didn't really want to be seen or entertain new things because of just like how out of the blue this energy has felt for you. And so I'm really excited for you, Scorpio, because I feel like you're coming out of this energy very fitting for this new year. It's almost as if you made the decision, Scorpio, and being like, you know what, that thing happened in the past. I'm no longer going to allow that situation to define me, who I am now, and what my future is going to look like. All right, Scorpio, and your future is looking really bright here. So let's break down your first 3 cards that I actually pulled for you. We have the 6 of Pentacles coming in here, all right? The card of scales, things starting to balance out now, Scorpio. And then the Magician card coming in here, all right? And then this Page of Swords, all right? So first things first, Scorpio, you can read this in a couple different ways. You know, socially, you can read this as a sense of where I feel like there's going to be some type of social connection starting to come forward to you again. You already know who they are, but with this Page of Swords energy, there's like some type of unrefined communication. All right, this could be very easily a situation, Scorpio, where it's like a relationship in your life that you just no longer wanted to deal with the disrespect anymore. And so it's just like you kind of just like kept your distance here. I kind of get this sense of where it's like they're going to be trying to match your energy now, not matching in the sense of where it's just like, oh, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. But I feel like matching your energy where, Scorpio, I feel like people are going to be like, okay, this is who Scorpio is. If I'm going to come at them, I'm going to come at them correct. Now that's how you would translate all these cards socially, Scorpio. All right. Now, in a non-social thing, more so in regards to objectives in your life here, Scorpio, you've had something on your mind for quite some time. All right. You've done some daydreaming. You've been in this place where it's just like, ooh, this sounds like fun. I would love to do X, Y, and Z, whatever that is for you. All right. Magician card here with the 6 of Pentacles lets me know, Scorpio, where it's like if you were to start taking action on whatever objective you have, this could be for your career, you know, goal in your life here. It's the sense where your spiritual team is sitting there. It's just like, all right, Scorpio, we would love to help you out and we'll match anything that you do and double it. You know, have you ever seen like those videos where it's just like, do you want to take this or double it and send it to the next person? It's kind of like that same vibe for you, Scorpio, where it's like your spiritual team has just been sitting here waiting to assist you. And the reason why I'm adding a spiritual significance to the Scorpio is because of this magician. Now in this artwork, it doesn't really illustrate it too well, but usually the Rider-Waite Tarot illustration of the magician, they usually have one hand up above Scorpio, representing the divine knowledge, right? And then you are the vessel, and then they have one hand down below. All right, representing taking that divine knowledge from above, you being the vessel and bringing it down to the grounded reality here. And so how I personally would translate this as, Scorpio, is like with these two cards here, it's like if you do your part, they're going to do their part as well. All right, Scorpio. And so I really want you to get out of this daydreaming phase. I know just whatever I'm not trying to downplay whatever happened to you in the past, right? Because again, I know this is really been such a burden for you to overcome. I feel like you even have been frustrated with yourself, Scorpio, and being like, all right, like, you know, like, why is this taking so long for me to move on, right? It's been like a blockage that you haven't been able to quite fully remove, Scorpio, right? And so, I want to say you are coming out of that healing journey. You're about to be seeing the other side of it. And now when you see the other side of it, and you start taking action, you start having more confidence again, your spiritual team is going to really match you here. All right. We have the 5 of Wands, the Devil card coming in here, and then the 10 of Wands. Wow. Scorpio, you have been dealing with quite a bit, all right? And I don't feel like many people have been privy to what it is that you've been gone through, Scorpio. You've been battling some demons, internal demons and external demons, right? And I get this message here where, Scorpio, it's like right now you're just feeling extremely tired. Right, you're feeling extremely tired, and I don't blame you for this. Like, again, usually my regular Scorpios know, like, I'm not one that usually likes to sit on like I'm not one to give sympathy, because like I always say, it's just like sympathy doesn't pay the therapy bill, right? And that's how I always feel with myself. And so when it comes to my readings, I'm just like, okay, yeah, you have this crappy thing happen, but man, oh man, for you, Scorpio, I get this sense where 2022, for a good majority of it, you spent really trying to just keep your head above water, Scorpio. And I feel like for you, 2023, again, I feel like you're going to be seeing what the fruits of your labor, or seeing the other side of like this healing journey in 2023. And you're going to start experiencing just the sense of where you are feeling a lot more aligned with your spiritual team. I would even go as far as to say, Scorpio, you probably weren't having like the greatest relationship or deepest connection with your spiritual team, your spirit guides, for a while now. And this is not shame, darling. I always tell people, it's just like, people feel bad about not always doing their daily rituals or connecting to their spirit guides and stuff like that. But I like to remind people, Scorpio, in that like we're humans right now. It doesn't matter where we came from. We can argue about past lives and what happens after we go, beyond. But the reality is we're right now here in the 3D realm, being a human. We're here to have a human experience. We're not, regardless of what you believe in, it's not like we're sent here to spend our entire lives committing to the very thing that we came from. Does that make sense? Because once we pass away, honey, we're going to be going right back to where we were, and that we spent this entire human experience trying to get back to. You're here to have a human experience. And so give yourself some grace if you haven't been as spiritually in tune with your team and just your practices for a while now. You give yourself grace. You needed to heal, and you needed to lick your wounds, and that's okay, friend. All right. But I say all this to say that I do feel like you're going to be starting to see some spiritual signs from the universe. I feel like some of you guys might be getting some deity callings in the coming days. This could be ranging from like Greek deities, Egyptian deities, whatever your practices are and what your interests are. Just know that you are going to be receiving some spiritual signs. But I digress. Let's get into your oracle reading today, which is the Seagull. Very deep here, right? Now is the time for deep emotional healing, Scorpio. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about this, because that's what you have been going through. All right, that's the name of the game, is the healing. And sometimes the healing journey, Scorpio, doesn't look all that fabulous. Sometimes the healing journey just looks like staying in your room and watching Netflix and binging on some junk food. All right. So, this, I know we can sometimes get lost on like the great facades that, the spiritual influencers, the what you consume on social media for spiritual people, right? Where it's like, oh, I just meditate for hours and just, and girl, it's not realistic. All right. I feel like your healing journey was very specific to you, whether you were doing nothing, whether you were laying in bed, or you might have found some type of outlet for a while to wake something up in yourself. Like, I feel like for some of you Scorpios, your healing journey looked like in a way where it's like you're doing something very out of your regular norm, and you started waking up. And maybe this is what you're going to be experiencing in 2023, but I feel like there's something that you just normally haven't done that's going to like, that seems very out there, that's going to really wake up like a facet of yourself that has always been in you. All right. So your moon oracle for today is knowing your worth, Scorpio. New moon represents new beginnings here. In 2023, I want you to start raising your value more. All right, Scorpio. So I am a Libra Scorpio cusp, but I'm not technically a Scorpio. But if I was a full-blown Scorpio, I'd be seeing this and be like, okay, I need to start raising my prices. I need to start asking for more from brand deals and so on and so forth. All right. I feel like for you, Scorpio, you're not giving yourself enough credit. You're not charging the amount that you need to be charging for those that have a business here. And it's like you need to be asking for more. All right. And be expecting more. You need more respect, whether this is financially, emotionally, respect, or what have you, Scorpio. Like, you deserve so much more and understand your worth. So this is the weekly tarot reading that I have for you, Scorpio. Hopefully something in here resonated, and I'll connect to you sometime in the near future. I love you so much, darling. Bye, Scorpio.